Jalka nodded at what I said.
Absolutely correct. My sister has a problem with her blessing. That goes as part of it to not function properly as it should, unlike me.
Marlecio stood for a few seconds, thoughtful, looking at Haruka.
In about 4 years, I'm sure there can be a change. What do you think, Jalka?
You'll have to give me a few days to talk to her and prepare everything. But yes, she has quite a bit of power stored inside her. Her body is ready to unleash its potential. It may be difficult at first, but in less than a month she should begin to show her true potential.
You're right. If she's gone through a family training line, and she's trained since receiving her blessing, it means her body is more than ready to unleash its true potential. But not everyone awakens their potential, or at least that potential is lost or inferior to others. Even if they're dealing with double standards, I should get my brother a partner just in case. Jalka smiled and started to leave the class. My brother approached me and hugged me. I'd say he took me by surprise, but I never let my guard down with anyone, and I expected this. And don't remind me about that throw against the wall. It was humiliating. I'm used to it. This usually happens. My brother always worries about me, and I worry about him. Probably because he always wanted to know if there was a problem with me and my blessing. Also, things like whether I felt inferior to him. Although that's never happened, I've always felt like I'm just like him, and that I handle things differently than he does. Basically, we're both strong in our own ways. My brother stopped hugging me and grabbed my shoulders, looking me in the eye.
Sister, how have you been feeling lately? Are you okay? Is something wrong? Any problems you've had since you were a child?
Actually, the answer to that is no, but it could also be an opportunity to invite him to train with me and Yojiro. Since he also has the power of mother, it's important for him to learn more about spiritual power. Brother, I'm pretty good, but I asked a spirit to take my cell phone out of my backpack, look for the conversation I had with Yojiro and give it to me in my hand. After school I'll start training with Yojiro apart from training with you, and to take advantage of the time and our abilities. Would you like to come? My brother stopped hugging me and stepped back a few feet. Then he came over to look at my phone to see the conversation. Hello Ryoyuro.
Hey Hanae, hello, how are you?
Pretty good. I'm going through some of my family's books with my brother before going to school, and you?
Well, the usual, you know, since my father doesn't want me to go to school, I usually spend my time at the temple with the masters or apprentices. Maybe one day you'd like to come. You don't have to become a hunter, but maybe it would be useful to learn more about the spirits.
Your father won't mind?
Don't worry, he'll be busy hunting missions today.
Perfect. I'll see you there at 2.
Thanks Hanae, I'll wait for you here.
If you didn't give me an explanation, I'd think you were up to something else. Although I shouldn't tell your father and we shouldn't tell ours.
I don't have any others. Well, with you, yes, but not with the rest. Maybe our parents and his don't get along, but this is something between Ryoyuro and me. If an alliance were to be lost due to someone else, it would be terrible. Besides, Yojiro plans to become a holy knight just like me. It's not a bad thing to have allies, and I know Ryoyuro will be a great ally in the trial and in the future. At least it would help if my brother agreed with me and didn't mind Ryoyuro being my partner.
Even so, I will accompany you, sister, because in the end you will learn something new for your blessing and in the process you will have a companion for the test.
You're not the only one. You'll have it too, in case Amaya and Haruka aren't. We were about to keep talking until the bell rang. Time flew by between my brother talking to Haruka and my argument with Amaya, and we couldn't read the books. Well, we'd have to put them off until later, because after school there are other things to do. Although I noticed my brother also noticed the problem with the books.
We couldn't read anything, sister, we'll have to leave it for tomorrow.
If nothing strange happens, but it's not a problem, I prefer to take things slowly and improve along the way. because we might end up in some strange situation. I say this because maybe in the books they'll tell us about some location and ritual, and a spirit or something will end up coming, or maybe we'll just go exploring. My brother dares to visit some ruins if there isn't so much risk of mortal danger, and I don't trust myself. I know I'll end up following him sooner or later. After all, I'm a Marhara too. I have no doubt my mother was also fascinated by the adventure stories. My brother turned to walk to his seat as the rest of the students arrived. Among those who arrived were Haruka and Amaya walking to their seats. I watched them for a few seconds in case they tried something. I sat back in my chair, a little thoughtful about what had happened, and decided to speak to Yojiro. "Are you busy?"